everyone. Welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your bonus love reading for Pisces. How is everybody? Hope you're well. Completely single Pisces. This is a themed reading. Who has their eye on you, and will you come together with this person? Who has their eye on you? Ooh, somebody. Someone's focused on you. They might be younger than you. It's possible. This is someone who generally focuses on themselves. But for some reason, yeah, look at that. They may see you as the one. Okay, this is somebody who's cheerful, friendly, upbeat, positive. Okay, so it could be just somebody who's very petite. I see that sometimes. Yeah, this is someone who's generally quite friendly and upbeat. I feel this is, yeah, there is something here. Pisces, are you waiting for this person? They may see you as the one. They may be waiting for you. Yeah, there is something to do with travel and distance. Wow, Pisces, what is going on? You know, you may feel like this person's focused on themselves and not you. Okay, right now, or their career, finances, you know, someone who's creative. But I feel like it's like you're waiting for this person. Okay, but you can flip this energy as well. So, yeah, there is something to do with Six of Swords moving forward. Yeah, Six of Pentacles. So I feel like what's happened here is someone's waiting for you. So they're focused on other things, waiting for you. They may actually see you as the one, but you may feel like they're not, you know, they're not focusing on you. They're all about themselves. Okay, focused, yeah, they find you sexy and attractive though. Feel like whatever's happened here or happening, this person does want to get to know you more. Okay, they're just sort of moving forward calmly and peacefully. So you may feel like not waiting and just moving on and maybe just not talking to this person because they're not reaching out. Okay, but they do. They want to. They actually want to. For some reason, you're not talking. So let's see what's going on. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Does Pisces need to know? All right. Yeah, King of Wands. Yeah, this person's definitely, they are focused on that passion. I think you find each other very sexy, very attractive. I see the Chariot, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or pardon me, Cancer energy. I don't know where my head's at. This could be a Scorpio. I feel like, yeah, whatever it is this person, I feel like they're not sure, like you're not reciprocating, you're not reaching out. I feel like they're waiting for you, okay? But you could be waiting for them. So take it as it resonates. It's in the center, so there's that back and forth energy. I feel as though, yeah, I feel like this person is sort of focused on that creativity. They could be self-employed, very creative, hardworking, maybe even artsy. They might be focused on something else, not talking to you, but I kind of feel like they want to reach out, but they're wondering why you're not. It's a vice versa thing. Yeah, we've got that Chariot. This person does want to come in and take control and take the lead. Somebody, and this is what it's telling me, someone needs to take the lead. Obviously, you've met. You're waiting to hear from this person, okay? And yeah, they're wondering if they should just move on because you're not reaching out, and or vice versa. Yeah, wow, crazy. Yeah, that's both of you. There is a connection here. This person does want to bond with you. You find each other very attractive. I feel they're ready to take the lead. I do. I feel like they're very much trying to they're trying to stay in control, right? Yeah, this person's definitely someone who likes to kind of have things their way. Okay, it's like they want you to come to them. Okay, so they're just, yeah. Take it as it resonates, guys. Wow, crazy. Yeah, there's a cycle ending and a new one beginning. Yeah, this is that back and forth energy. This is somebody that... This situation is going to come to an end, okay? And a new cycle is going to begin. I feel like this person's just going to decide to come in and take control, okay? Maybe they lost control of the situation. Maybe they were breadcrumbing a little bit, not, you know, that focused. It all depends. Maybe you weren't sure how you felt. You weren't quite sure if they liked you, you liked them, that reciprocity, right? That back and forth. So there's a bit of a power control here. It's like both of you want to be in control. And I feel like this person's kind of like, they're looking at it like, oh man, I really liked Pisces. Very attractive. Yeah, sexy, very creative. I feel like you both got some fire. There's a lot of passion here between the two of you. I do feel this person's going to, come out of this energy and head your direction. So let's see what happens. Yeah, this person's definitely, someone's focused on their work, their creativity, okay? They're working on something. You may feel like they're not focused on you. They are. They're focused on work. They're waiting for you to come towards them. They're waiting for you to make a move. So they're just keeping busy while they wait. Yeah. Tell me about the Four of Wands. There we go. Yeah. So I feel like you're sort of sitting there like, come on. You're a little shy. You don't want to reach out, or you're just kind of like, maybe I should just move on. They're not coming forward. They're not putting in the effort. It's because they're focused on their career. But, they see you that way possibly as well. Yeah. You guys. I see that fiery energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini, Cancer. Some swords energy. All right, Six of Swords. Why is this here? There we go. Yeah, so you're not hearing from this person. You're not hearing from them. So you're kind of wondering if you should just move on, move into it, move another, just move on, go somewhere else. Wow. Yeah, I feel like this person will come forward. Maybe this person was kind of focused on the passion too much. You kind of like them. Like, I can see there's something here that you maybe didn't like what you were hearing. Maybe they didn't put a lot of effort in. They kind of wanted you to do the work, and you're like, this is that back and forth. Yeah, you've obviously met. So it looks to me like there's something here you either didn't want to hear, or you feel like you should just sort of move on, but you're not really sure because you're just, that's that Princess of Swords energy. Little Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Some of you may have Gemini in your chart, Libra or Aquarius. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, you're not talking. They're not reaching out. Yeah. There is something here that needs to happen. Definitely. I see some kind of an epiphany. I think you're going to get it. They are. They're focused. They see you as they really like you. They want this passionate new beginning. They may be working on something they're creating, starting something new as well. Maybe that's all that's going on. Yeah, but I feel like this person didn't really put in a lot of effort. Like when they do communicate, they're not really communicating very strong. They're not, there's something here that you're just not sure. Okay, could be just a lack of clarity. Like you might thinking, okay, well, maybe I heard them wrong, or, something like that. But there is this truth. Win or lose, I think this person's starting to realize they're going to lose out. They need to come in. They need to reach out. Okay, win or lose. Even if they just toss a few messages and then go straight for that passionate communication. So tell me about the Ace of Wands. Yeah. And it is the truth. They do find you very attractive. Okay, if that's the way they came towards you. Really put a lot of effort in. Maybe they just kind of been flirting a little bit, tossing a few things to see if you'll reach out to them. You see? Tossing a few crumbs, seeing if you'll just sort of come towards them. This is someone who kind of probably has a bit of an ego, or, that kind of energy. They're probably very attractive and, kind of get attention and stuff. So they kind of like to be in control. But I feel like what's happened is it's made them kind of lose control. So they're kind of looking at this. I think they're getting some aha moments. They get it. Okay. That they didn't reach out. They weren't clear. Whatever it was, it's like the breadcrumbs. There's something here. Like, yeah. And I'm not so sure. It looks to me like they didn't really mean it. Honestly, yeah, Pisces, look at that. Yeah, you're trusting your intuition here. So if your intuition tells you that they're going to come in and take the lead, this is somebody who they want emotional fulfillment, but they are also someone who kind of wants to make themselves happy. You're a bit worried about that. So it's telling you to be very wise, okay? So it's probably wise that you're pulling back. And I think this person gets it. They kind of know, yeah, this could be you as well. Like I said, you can flip the energy. It all depends on your situation. So yeah, there is some kind of offer. I do feel this person's going to come in and they're going to, communicate with you. You're going to take your time. trust your intuition, kind of look at the details. Yeah, they do find you physically attractive, and you know, you do as well, but I feel like there's just some kind of aha moment here. I think this person actually has a lot of love for you. I feel like they know they need to open up. All right. They need to kind of lay it out on the table, right? The breadcrumbing is a lack of clarity for you. So I feel like your intuition's telling you to just be wise, be smart. You kind of know. I think you know a lot about this person, or you're just going to trust your intuition. If it feels right, go for it. If it doesn't feel right, you're just going to pull back a little. Yeah, I think what we have here is a couple of people who kind of like the other person to take the lead. Yeah, for whatever reason, but they're looking at it. They know. I think this person's kind of getting it. They may not have got it at first. Yeah, there is a sense of stability here between the two of you. Yeah, this is two people who are very similar. Now, for a few of you, it is possible you know this person quite well. Okay? It's very possible. And you may actually both want each other back. That's what it's telling me, if that's the case. If not, there's a solid, reliable offer coming. This person wants things to go in their favor. So they're going to come in and make you some offer. They might just toss a little breadcrumb at first, okay? And to try and just see if they can come towards you, okay? I do also feel this is someone who uses all the power they have to control their emotions. So keep your emotions balanced. Be practical, be grounded. It looks like a solid offer. I see two people having each other's backs here, but what it's telling me is you both want each other back, okay? Or you're both definitely wanting some kind of commitment. But it's also about feeling safe and comfortable. Yeah, so there you are, yeah. So I see a Gemini energy. So it looks like this person, Aries, Leo, Sag, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, yeah, they're looking at this. They're doing a lot of thinking about this communication. They want things to go in their favor. This is not the most emotional person, okay? They really try to control their emotions and think with their head. They try to be logical, okay? They're definitely, they may have some Pisces in their chart too. Maybe a Pisces rising, moon, Venus. It doesn't have to be. It's your energy. It's definitely you trusting your intuition. You probably feel like you know everything you need to know that this person, yeah, one thing you do know, they're very attractive. They're very appealing. And maybe you know that they find you very appealing, okay? Maybe that's how they reached out to you, kind of in that flirty way. Maybe it seemed a little immature or something. But I don't know. I think this person's thinking a lot. They want things to go in their favor. I feel that they... You know, they're looking right at this energy. They know that they can rely on you. They know it, right? They see you as reliable, stable, grounded. Tell me about this King of Swords. Yeah, they're thinking about offering you what you want. I feel like they didn't get what they wanted from you, right? It's to be careful what they wish for. So I feel like whatever it is they communicate, you're going to take your time. And you want to make sure, right? Like you want to feel safe with this person. You want to know you can rely on them, that they have your back. I see a commitment. Tell me about this Ten of Pentacles. Why is this Ten of Pentacles here? Oh my goodness. Yeah. So I actually think this person is seeing you as the one. They see you as a commitment. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I also see Taurus energy here. They could be a Gemini, Taurus cusp. Doesn't have to be. Yeah, this person, yeah, I think that this person's definitely thinking a lot about you. They could be, you know, I don't know if you have faith in them though. Okay. They may not have faith in this situation either because you're not coming forward. Like, it's to be careful what they wish for, but this person does know what they want. They want that wish fulfillment. You see, they see you as a wish fulfillment. But the thing is I feel they came towards you. You got this feeling like they're just kind of all about themselves, just focused on the passion, right? They just want to come in and possibly not stick around. I don't see that here, but I feel like, you know, you want commitment. And I do think this person's going to offer you something here, a commitment. I feel like they're thinking a lot about their tradition, belief, behavior, the way they conducted themselves, and that's what it is. They were a bit flirty. They kind of flirted maybe too much, and you didn't really like it. I feel like you're kind of compassionate about it, Pisces. I don't think it's like really hurt you, but I don't think you really liked it a lot. So you're not sure if you see a future with them. But you're still waiting to hear from them, and I think they're waiting to hear from you. Yeah, I do. I think it's kind of both of you, but yeah. I do think that you kind of get it, like you're somewhat understanding, but it kind of hurt your feelings, I think. You wanted this person maybe to open up more. You want to know if they're emotionally available, and they just kind of didn't say anything emotional. That's what I feel. Like you feel like you just need to move on. Yeah, you're definitely in that Empress energy. You want to be valued. You want someone who sees your worth. They do see you as very sexy. They do. I don't know why they communicated like that. Why? And if you haven't met this person, you don't know who it is. They're definitely going to come back around and try to work this out with you. But they are someone who generally just kind of, like you kind of looked at it like, oh, this isn't going to work, right? Oh, all they do is flirt. They don't, or maybe they just talk about themselves a lot. It could be nervousness too. Okay. Whatever it is, something just what didn't feel quite right. But I don't feel like it's a huge thing. So I think you're going to have an epiphany, and you're going to kind of look at, there's a message, look at the messages and kind of read between the lines and the details. Or maybe something that you missed there. Yeah, because they really, like they're sitting here thinking about you, like they want things to go in their favor. I feel like if they're going to come in and offer you some kind of a commitment. But I would be a little careful what you wish for. I do feel like you're going to be in that energy as well. Like, not so sure if it'll get there kind of energy. Not so sure you have faith this person will commit. Not so sure there's something solid here. And it's possibly because of this. Okay. So tell me about this 8 of... There we go. Yeah. So this is, so there is some kind of ending. Yeah. It kind of didn't go anywhere. So I feel like what's happened is you've met someone and they kind of reached out. They didn't put a lot of effort into the initial communication. They're going to kind of flirt a little bit. So it's not going to go anywhere. But I do feel like this person's going to, they know it. They're getting it. It's taken them a bit. But their intuition's going to give them little clues, right? Yeah, their own intuition. They may be quite intuitive. They could be a Scorpio. They can be quite, because I feel like this could be a Scorpio with this water and fire energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I see that Taurus. It's really strong too. Cancer. So I feel like it just didn't go anywhere. And I felt like it kind of hurt your feelings. It's like maybe you were waiting for this person to come forward, and then you didn't like what you heard. I feel like you were kind of waiting for them. So yeah, the pieces are coming together. Tell me about the Princess of Cups. Yeah. So you just kind of, you were being wise, and you probably kind of asked them some questions, and you didn't like what you heard. So you may have just cut them out kind of, or ended it, but not always. With the Empress here, that means you're being compassionate, watching your words. Yeah, I don't think you were too harsh. So I feel as though if they come back around, right, they come back around and they transform, change their approach, you're definitely going to be in the Queen of Swords energy. You're going to want to know some things. Maybe you asked them some questions, or maybe you told them to just cut it out, right? It's quite possible. Yeah, but you didn't like it. There was probably just a lack of clarity, but but I feel like you're thinking about that. It's telling you to kind of look at if it was a text message or, a voicemail, whatever. Look at that and think about it, okay? And read between the lines and be wise. There's something there I think you're going to learn in that communication. It's going to change the way you see this person and what happened. Yeah, definitely see Scorpio energy. So it looks kind of like you got yourself, Pisces, somebody with Scorpio in their chart, but they come across as that King of Wands. And that's usually someone very passionate, very fiery. But you want someone who sees your value and your worth. And I feel they do. Okay? I do. It's just for some reason they were, what is the word? They're very enthusiastic about your physical appearance, okay? Yeah, that's what I feel has really happened. So, yeah, they've been up in their head thinking, trying to sort of figure out what the heck happened there. So they are going to come back around. You're going to change the way you see this person. And I think if you go back and look at the messages, you might see something there. You may see it differently. What you thought you believed about the way they approach you, you may not see it the same way. Okay, because I see this change. Yeah, they are going to come back around, and they will speak the truth. Things need to be cleared up. Yeah, win or lose, too. This is a win or lose person. Like, they're not really afraid, but, to come forward or anything. But they are going to communicate that truth, clear it up. See, read between the lines here, because you're going to transform. It's going to change the way you see them. Okay, what they said. There may be something you missed in the details of it. Okay, you see how you focused on that communication, that pentacle? Yeah, you may have felt that they weren't focused on you, right? And something didn't make you feel very comfortable. But I actually don't think they meant it that way. I just think you've got someone who's very enthusiastic, like a little kid in a candy shop kind of thing. Right? That's what I'm feeling. And they might even explain that. Who knows? I feel like this person is very intelligent. I do think their strategy is to come back around to make sure things go in their favor. And they know that things need to go in your favor too, right? They know if they come back around, they have to change the way they conducted themselves. Okay, they can't come back the same. So now they're thinking about how to give you what you want so that things go in their favor too. They're a little careful what they wish for. Yeah, because of what happened, they know. But they're thinking a lot. Tell me about the Princess of Pentacles. I mean, if you see them as immature and you're not into it, you're not into it, right? But it's just giving you messages to look at. You can still love yourself first, value yourself. I feel like you're open to it, to be honest. Or you may change your mind and be kind of open to it as long as they value you. Because you want that emotional. You want some emotional fulfillment. It's like, bring it on already, right? Like, come on, I'm waiting. And yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Tell me about this Princess of Pentacles. There we go. Yeah. So they may be coming in and asking you if you're single. I feel they're going to, yeah. Ask you if you're still single. It's going to be a little bit more of a practical communication, a lot more grounded, not so enthusiastic, fast, or fiery. Okay, yeah, so you see that? So yeah, I feel like you're not 100% sure you want to invest in it, but it's telling you to be patient. Okay, some of you, I feel like, you still kind of waiting a little bit for this person to come back around and to show you they're invested. So you're just investing in yourself right now, looking out for you, focused on your money, your home, things like that. I do feel like maybe you lost your patience with that person because it was like a long wait for them. When you met them, it may have taken them a while to come forward, and then it didn't really work out because they didn't put a lot of effort in. Like, I feel like they kind of are creative but very, very enthusiastic. Yeah, it didn't go anywhere though, but it's going to this time. If you let it or want it, you may not. You're not 100% sure. I can see that. If you have faith, okay? But look at this. That's two people. It's all, you both sort of maybe see what happened differently. You might not have been on the same page in the communication. There's definitely something there to look at, okay? I do feel like maybe it's because of the way they talk to you. You feel like they're someone you're not so sure would be a faithful person because of the way they approach. Because here you are as this Empress, and they came in like a page. Yeah. See what I'm saying? Yeah. Tell me about wisdom. Let's do that. Yeah. What is this wisdom with Pisces energy? Yeah, you kind of just trusted your intuition. Yeah. So, yeah, you want that emotional offer. Yeah, you need some of that emotional offer. You're waiting for it. I think they know. I do. And I think this person They may have had some feelings in there they were keeping secret, and maybe your intuition's going to tell you something, an aha moment about it in that communication. If you go look at it, they actually were hiding their feelings in the communication. This is somebody who might be kind of macho, okay? That's what I feel. They are really smart, though. I feel like they're, they could be quite intellectual for some of you. They are a family person, quite traditional. I feel they're going to take a more traditional approach this time as well, something with a more solid foundation, so you feel more comfortable. Okay, so because I feel like there's something here you're not so sure you feel like you can rely on them now, but it's saying to be patient. And I see there is this offer, yeah. But some time has passed. You've waited for a long time. You may have kind of changed how you feel, or maybe you're thinking you just want to stay single. You're very much in control of your emotions. You don't want things to go too fast. I'm seeing some slow moving energy that you might want to just kind of take it slow with this person, keeping your emotions in check, using all the power you have, right, to control it. Don't try to control this, okay? Don't try to take control. You might see them as a bit controlling as well. I think they see it. They're getting it. I see those aha moments. Yeah, here they are. Yeah, they're taking action. Like, this is the thing. There's action. Okay, look at that. Yeah, this person's definitely going to come in and take action. They are going to come in and take the lead. They know that they need to, otherwise you'll likely move on. They're probably a little worried. They're going to ask you if you're single. They're maybe worried you might be upset with them or angry. Maybe you've said a few things to them or something. It doesn't look like you said too much, though. I think you were definitely thinking that it was immature. I see that with the Six of Cups. Aw. But you might think it's kind of cute in a way too, but definitely you didn't like hearing it. But I think you were kind. I see the compassion. I mean, you were, trying to be understanding, but I do think it hurt your feelings or upset you. The way they approached after that waiting for them to finally come. Yeah, they kind of blew it, didn't they, Pisces? So yeah, they are taking action. They're a little worried there's competition. They certainly don't want conflict. You don't want any drama either. I can see that. You just, you don't want to invest in anything. Like, there's just some things you're thinking about, the details in the communication. It's like your mind's, you might be thinking too much about it too as well. So just watch that. Tell me about this Nine of Cups. They want to offer you what you want in hopes that they get what they want. And there's strategy and thinking about how to make you feel safe and comfortable. Yeah, they're coming in to take the lead. Yeah, fire and air. Look at that, lover's energy. This person's quite the lover. Yeah, they love, they're passionate, creative, hardworking. But yeah, they're going to come and finally take the lead. I do think they're going to take that action. They are a bit worried there may be competition now, that you may not be single. But I feel that they're going to do it, win or lose. Tell me about this King of Staves. Yeah, look at that. So yeah, they find you, see, this person's, they got your back. I'm going to tell you, this is somebody, if you both have some fire in your chart, or one of you has Scorpio, don't have to, that you're very much focused. Yeah, they have to come in. If they're focused on you in the wrong way, I don't think you're going to be interested. Look at that, because of that. So I do feel that they are going to try to control that. Like, they are someone who's kind of used to getting what they want because they're very attractive. I do think they understand it. I feel that you're very much focused on career. You want them to focus on you. And if they aren't focused on you, one thing for sure, yeah, you've been waiting for a long time too. Another thing that you're thinking about, whether you should, you're wondering if there is competition. Okay, you don't want any competition. You just want one person. You want someone who's committed to you, right? You want that bond to form. And I feel like they do. And I do feel like they're coming up. This person's going to chase you. They're not going to give up very easy. They want things to go in their favor. And but you don't want this to happen again. This is the energy. So you're going to make sure it'll be a talk to the hand if they come back in and try to control things, or if you feel like they're focused on you wrong, or they're communicating that way. I do feel that To be honest, I feel like this person could be a lot of fun. I feel like they could have a really good sense of humor. You might actually see the humor in when you look back at this and think about it again. After you kind of go through that change and transformation of how you see it. It all depends on your story. So I feel as though you want this person to come in. It's kind of a talk to the hand if they don't focus on you. But boy, do they. They're going to chase you. I can tell you that right there behind you. Tell me about the Queen of Staves. Yeah, they're ready. Yeah, so I see an Aries energy. So they definitely have some fire. It could be Scorpio. It'll come up like this. It doesn't matter though. One of you may have Aries in your chart somewhere. Definitely not. Doesn't feel like a sun sign or anything like that. Yeah, I feel as though you're kind of ready to have this new beginning, but they're going to take this risk, this leap of faith. And I feel as though you're kind of going to, you're going to have to take that look over your shoulder, put whatever happened behind and go for it. So you're going to focus on this pretty hard. Like you like this person too. Like there's a lot of appeal there. And this is, yeah, I think you're going to go for it, Pisces. I think this person is, they definitely are going to flatter you. I'll tell you that. You're open to that, but you want that emotional fulfillment. You want to be fulfilled, okay, emotionally. And I feel that's the thing. And I do think they will give you that. There is a fresh new start. Yeah, it's a decision. You're going to have to make that decision if you want to, do that, start over with this person and try again. I see some Libra energy. Oops. Yeah. I feel like, I think you're going to go for it. I think this will go in your favor. They're going to give you what you want. Because they really want you. Like this isn't someone who's going to let go or give up easy. I can tell you that right now. And I do think that you're going to have a good time. I think this person's do feel like they got some really, really good qualities. Feel like they are a hard worker. I do feel money as a focus. They may own a home. They may own property, a business. They're financially comfortable anyway. And I feel that they see you as that person. They see you as someone that it could work out with. I see two hardworking people coming together. I see a traditional kind of relationship. I see two people having faith in each other, connecting and bonding. Okay, it's just that little hump you got to get over there because of how they originally came towards you. So let me see, where's this going to lead with this new beginning? Where will this lead for Pisces? Oh, there's lots of passion. Yeah, it's going to move forward. Things are going to go in your favor. You're going to go for it. As long as things are going in your favor, you're happy. You're going to go for it. This is a new cycle with this person. Nice. Yeah, because you do find them very appealing. And I mean, you can still love yourself first, hold yourself in high regard, make sure this person puts in the effort, right? That you spend time with you, maybe just date in that traditional manner for a while to make sure they're faithful. They're looking at this. You might have a couple people, like some of you have got a couple people around you. It's possible you could end things with one person and go towards another. It's very possible with some pretty similar energy. You may end things with somebody who's not really working out and go for somebody else. Maybe someone you met before, okay? But let's see another. Yeah, definitely moving on for some of you. It's possible. Big decision, though, having a new beginning. There could be a person here, this King of Wands could be another person. Like you could be ending things with someone who's immature and then coming forward. But what I feel is this person's kind of going to grow up. They're going to come back around and put more effort in. They want this to work out with you. Some of you may have worked with this person in the past and maybe you moved to another location, to another job, and then they kind of reached out and you were waiting and waiting and it didn't go anywhere because of how they behaved. I think they're just like a kid in a candy shop. Yeah, they're definitely financially stable. Yeah, this person is thinking about commitment. I do feel they are stable. Look at that. There's that King of Pentacles. So this is definitely an energy. I'm not so sure they are a fire sign. They could be. Or they could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, because I'm seeing that. Lots of Taurus earth energy, maybe with some fire in their chart. But they are, I feel like it's more of an energy. But I see two hardworking people, two people with a lot of passion, two people who focus on career, creative energy, coming together to build something beautiful. This is building a legacy. Two people, they're, yeah, share the same passions. You may have things that are in common. You both may be very creative. So lovely. See if you're actually going to come together. It's going to go forward. You will see them again. You're going to, it's going to go in your favor. Yeah, so I do feel the two of you will come together. You'll eventually, yeah, this could lead to an engagement. Yeah, they're thinking about, they see you as just right. Like they're, you know, they're kind of planning and thinking, looking at the details of, you know, commitment. They got their eye on you. They kind of see you as the one. Wow. Yeah, I do feel like it's all one person, but it could be two for some of you. You could be just letting go of someone. It's not going anywhere. You don't want to put the work in, cutting them out and going towards another. Yeah, you may have someone that comes in that's immature and it's like, no thanks. Yeah, you want someone who's like yourself. Yeah. You want somebody that's emotional, but open, right? I see that earthy energy, though, that grounded, very sexy, very sensual. Yes, very nice. Tell me about this Three of Cups. I see the two of you coming together. I feel like they're going to ask you out, or they're going to invite you to some event. You could run into each other, quite honestly, too. This could be just a past message where you're having some aha moments where you're thinking back, right? And yeah, I see teamwork, cooperation, compromise going off on the same path. I see strength. You're going to have to be strong and brave. Yeah, look at that. There is a lot of strength in this connection. This is a very strong connection. And I think it'll grow. It's going to take a bit of bravery, I think, for you to take a leap. If you've got Leo in your chart, possibly Pisces, maybe a little Aries somewhere. Yeah. Not sure what they could be. I feel Scorpio kind of energy, but I could be wrong. It really could be anyone in these readings. Yeah, so definitely you are reciprocating feelings, okay, back and forth. Two people sharing your feelings back and forth, just a little at a time till you get comfortable. It's going to take a little strength. This is going to build. All right. Yeah, so just keep the faith. Give it a little time. Take the time to get to know this person, okay? If you feel like if this first person comes in and you feel this whole story, okay, and they level up and come in and you're still not so sure, you could end it and take a leap of faith towards another person, okay? It could actually be an earth sign, somebody who actually likes you as well, because it almost looks like there's a few people with their eye on you. Okay, kind of interested in you. You want somebody who's definitely financially stable, someone grounded, especially if you have Taurus in your chart. But I'm wondering if you're just got your arms wide open for that Taurus energy. Yes. Tell me about the Empress, and I'm going to wrap this up. There we go. Yeah, weighing the pros and the cons. Yeah, you're open. You're weighing the pros and the cons between two, or this person is wondering if maybe I think you got someone who wants to know if you're still single. And I feel like you definitely are, because I see that communication where someone's asking you. And yeah. Watch your emotions. Don't let things get out of control. Okay. Yeah, you're not going to invest if they come in and they're just flirting and looking for action. Just be practical. Be patient, it says, with this person. But I don't think, yeah, there is an offer. Yeah. It looks like if you got, you may get a few offers. You may juggle between two and try to decide. You may just hold yourself in high regard. Okay, you may be, and you're also going to possibly, maybe you're comparing somebody from your past to this person that's coming in as well. So if you got a new person who's got their eye on you, you may be comparing them to someone else. Someone here may be right for you and somebody may not be, or it's just a past, something you're thinking about. Does this person seem a lot like this person from the past? Okay, just watch that energy. Yeah, you may feel like something's off, but I feel like there is some balance and chemistry. Keep your emotions in balance, okay? You're definitely going to be tempted, some of you, by several people. But this is also that pulling back and looking at things. There's someone here that may be right for you, someone who's not. And someone might just be not quite the right person. Maybe they don't balance their emotions, or they don't complete your life. It's also about that. When two people come together, they need to complement each other. Okay? That's Three of Pentacles energy. Generally, tradition is like that as well. Two people who complete each other and get married. Yeah. All right. It's looking good. It looks like there's chemistry. Just balance your head over your heart. Be patient, okay, with Temperance. And it could be the other person who's, you may have somebody else that's coming back around here. Definitely starting to see a little hint of well, actually quite a bit of hint of reconciliation. But it doesn't mean they're an ex. A lot of times, like I see, when I see this, it's someone who came in just wrong. They came in focused on the passion, too flirty, and they didn't really put a lot of effort into their communication. So it kind of didn't go anywhere. It was dead in the water pretty fast with that. That's like the death card, right? It's like, oh, no. All right, so I wish you guys the best. Keep your eyes out for this person. Some of you will know who it is. Some of you may not figure out who it is. It could be... some of you haven't even met this person, but it's telling you if they come in to be patient and just see how it goes. If you don't like them, you end it. There is other opportunities here for you. I do feel in the end you're going to get what you want, okay? And that is to make sure they're focused on you and only you. And that's what you want. That's what you're going to get, because you got someone here who's not going to give up. So take care. Bye for now.